Monday, say watch so about parts of the sports segment here on Net2 TV. The dialogue say A to Z about sports. Ghana Komo Africa. We are seeing that also TV here panel. Then we share live now on Facebook, live on YouTube. Me and Net2 TV. GH. Na yini komo ekoso sports. Frame Osia and Anapay. If I say Eddie Fi Kua Kencity more than the power. The continent of Africa, a friend of AFCON. Now 2025 there no this year and so will be mansu Morocco. You will be Emma Senegal Alep trophy and now omnya a 1-0 win over host nation Morocco and I give not a more shit, not a more dinner. You enjoy that important highlights now the game across between Senegal and Morocco.
Asemi dika na wine nebeka as a patriotic citizen kasa wutiri ho na yenyiwe hiboni.
Deep delivery, back post, and not too far away. Really is, can anybody score against Morocco? Here's Agyapong, square ball, and around to go. There's Salvani, space opening up, Alkabi calls for the ball ahead of him, Salvani goes. But using advantage of the fact that Messina with a lovely ball through, Alkabi. France and then England. Lovely ball, Ilman and Jai back on the park, a one-on-one. Bono looks to close him down, makes a tremendous save in one-on-one situation. This is why he's 1976. Bilal El-Khanouch, delivery, square ball, and put wide by Alkabi. Alkabi, chance now, Alkabi closed down, still alive. Back post and swept wide. How is it not happening for Morocco? They can't believe that these opportunities are not being put away. Back post, there to be struck straight at Mendy, no harm done.
It's been a full month, a whole month.
Jackson overruns this slightly, pulls it back and by with a chance here for Senegal. And by! Bono for a chance as Azuli, tight angle, hits it wide. And the final to get underway again. Brahim Diaz to give Morocco the lead, chips up Anenka down the middle, and humiliatingly, Mendy saves it. Stays on his line, the opportunity gone, and maybe now we are going to go to extra time. Robert roars and erupts, but for a very different reason. And here's a man who's got all the mental strength in the world. Maybe lost the yard or two, plays Sadio Mane, but he inspires an attack. Senegal thrust forward. Pop game! Sensational! Stellar! Supreme Senegal! Maybe in extra time they've produced the moment. And it's Pop game with his third of the tournament. Senegal score their first ever goal in an Africa Cup of Nations final.
So Senegal EPK, that's important win against so Senegal Morocco. You hear Kwenya for a hand over the trophy to a Senegal for no. As Nika na kono to me say we share 2024 then of course Ivory Coast na na emodene na emohye that final between Ivory and Nigeria na cracker and also was another cracker enti good that's the trophy Sadio Mane in the team no you hand it over the man na say na any kind ra Sadio Mane na o show some leadership quality because at a point decided say game want to aso because now they felt say referee no award penalty and no dwon want ase nti Sadio and the place go kasa mo back to the pitch no so e be wi adwuma no nti he was awarded the player of the tournament nti that is a year Sadio Mane for you to say ubia ebonabaso so this a year players are one was so no and you bia no fair play award no call my Moroccan for no best goalkeeper call my Yassine Bono on the Morocco goalkeeper and top goal scorer so call my Brahim Diaz on also the Moroccan international and Sadio Mane image as the best player of the competition and not be able to it's here prices na they could feel good so they want say the champion would you say Senegal for no Kofi would say $10 million. Then also runners up, 4th place, 3rd of the group stage, 3rd placing, quarterfinals, 4th of the group stage is Nana on screen and Nino in US dollars. We be able to Senegal champions 2027 they know Basso next year. What you say 3 nations and able to see that competition. Uganda, Kenya, our cabinet that competition and not to so. Dr. Patrice Motsepe, president ma CAF. Now, man for easy consensus. I say recently, no, all the major Africa competition now cause Morocco. And see before the finals, no engage personal. And I just yana ama hold on painful now. Omobon puma yana ayed the some baby because yana in your quiz cassette. But Morocco de I will be one of your missy bomb. AT&T Dr. Patrice Motsepe, president, Emma Confederation of African Football.
For example, I ask in CAF, we've got futsal. I open a bid for 6 months and nobody submits an offer because they lose money. I open a bid for the Women's Champions League. Nobody puts a bid because they lose money. And what happens? Morocco comes and says, I'll help you. And sometimes another country comes and says, I will help you. And what that leads to is that we've got lots of competitions where it's often the same countries. And partly it's because the others don't, the government say, but we don't have the money, we don't have the resources. And we have to move on. And develop African football and encourage those others as well to build their infrastructure because we'll get there when there'll be more and more countries. For example, I ask in CAF, we've got futsal. I open a bid.
Dr. Patrice Motsepe and Yatsenen cannot yes an additional info to Senegal Mino on president age now on 2 mimu decided say a nedua day will be antina fee. Declare holiday say the Nemantin Koye and no Morocco no. A son and papa na omnim the other drama say, Sia into my money and nedua day will be a antina fee, not all enjoy the life. That's that. Now, let's talk about Black Queens team. Okay, so Black Queens and so Eko Morocco match ye mu yakobo ema kuwa Kensia e more than the pa wafko no ebaso. Ya conducted draw abane wiye ema Ghana Black Queens no ye hu group e mu. It refisi Kevet, refisi Cameroon and also Mali. That is the latest around the Black Queens team and pay ye de amount. Let's talk about Ghana Premier League enter match the 19 match every year all the league centers. So Friday the rest of Ghana Stadium has a folk goalless draw against Dream Chelsea. Then on Saturday, games I can also echo so. Emma Asante Kotoko echo board against Ibiani Guru Stars. Vision FC Elusu 2-1. Editia Mediema. Production Wadarama. Then on Sunday, games I can also twaso. Nation FC Eshedena Stars by a goal to know. Become Chelsea and Oblast Ebo 0-0. Kara Elusu 1 against Samates. Holy Stars Elusu 2-1 against Vichy United. Heart Lions Eshe 11 others by a goal to know. Young Apostles and Holy United Bo 2-2. These are games that also match day 19 Ghana Premier League. Now as a full player, Hussein Mohammed. Okay, perhaps Madama. MSC chance beer. These are players who winning MVP awards. So being an aside, goalkeeper, or yes, some crucial saves last year Friday against BCFC here. Or no, any of that award weekend day, any other players also count. So on screen now, no, Hussein Mohammed, a player just say only at this opportunity, just say the rate at which you miss this chance no. I'm not for dream war Monty assist. Yes, 1-on-1. We will take it off pane. How we move steps not obey so ready. Atena kasa. But that is football for you. Or you be an arsenal. And you be a fire. This Chelsea and so felt say they scored a nice goal. But referee no it is allowed say offside. There was 3 now here. Boa this for the share referee no so he decided say there be one honesa it that's that Kotoko so fight hard pa na mame mo bosa for keeper na ba Simano Kobi or crucial saves just say the rate at which born a for man order ho and then you know that actually ba me a lot of Ghana Premier League stars okay Ebenezer na ye the league table no after match day 19. Okay, so Media Maso LED with 40 points. Bibiani Bosas, Kotoko, Ediana has to focus so it is in that order. Let me want this and area Asiwa Ediama Enqui Matino. My Yanko Europe name two there is 3 important highlights. So Man City and they always struggle against so that you enjoy 3 games highlights in Ra. You may rapport.
By the Real Sociedad players because they won the Spanish Super Cup. First touch for him, back to Soler, trying to get Geddish away. Koundé in pursuit. He's got Sergio Gomez in support. Cuts inside Geddish, and that's teasing, and that's into the back of the net. The flag is up on the far side, it won't count. Very deep there was Kubo, and he was robbed. And this is a chance for Fermin, and he hits it well. And he hits it so well that it flies past Ramiro. You get from Fermin from the edge of the area.
Yeah, at times he's guilty of shooting too much, isn't he? They think it's going to be disallowed.
And there we go. The goal does not stand. So we're back to Fermin into Jules Koundé. A runner, it's De Jong, and De Jong has been found, and he clips that past the goalkeeper, and the flag is up on this near side. Inside the penalty area up against Gomez. Koundé, can he get the shot away? He goes down. Lamine Yamal, and Barcelona take the lead, and this time there really is absolutely nothing wrong with that goal. No, there is. Back it goes to Geddish. Geddish with the cross, Oyethabo on the volley, what a finish that is! The flag this time is definitely down, and Real Sociedad have the lead, and it's the captain who gets the goal. Mikel into De Jong, the little back heel, almost finds Lamine Yamal, who goes down under the pressure, under the challenge from Zubeldia, and Jesus Gil points to the spot, and Barcelona have a penalty. So offside is given. Another roar from Anoeta. The Real Sociedad supporters of Cancelo up against Odriozola. He's got the cross in. It's headed away. It comes out to Lamine Yamal. He puts it back into the area. Rashford with a header from close range. And Barcelona are back on terms. Marcus Rashford off the bench.
And from the bench.
Munoz with the cross. The header from Soler. Spilled by Joan Garcia, or stopped by Joan Garcia. And into the back of the net from Guedes. What a response from Real Sociedad.
Ryan Cherky standing over it. Manchester City with numbers inside the penalty area. It is lifted into the box where it's headed away with authority from Harry Maguire. Brilliant from Mbumo to flick it round the corner to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes got option, right, left, centre. Finds Mbumo in the area. Brian Mbumo scores! That is clinical from Manchester United. A cutting counter-attack. Reminiscent of times gone by. One end of the field to the other. Brilliant from Fernandes. The finish from Manchester United's top scorer is excellent. Brian Mbumo gives Manchester United the lead in the derby. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 0.
What a break, what a break. We're talking about the fact that it's never a free kick in the first place. How fitting Harry Maguire is the one that heads that clear. And Brian Mbumo, as you said, we have seen goals like this. And this is what is Manchester United's strong point.
Pep Guardiola wondering what's next. Mason Mount warming up. Aiden Heaven, Lenny Yoro, Benjamin Šeško. Any of those could cause problems. United trying to cause problems here with Matheus Cunha, who finds Amad. Amad wheels away and then digs a reverse pass out to Matheus Cunha down the right-hand side. Cunha taking on O'Reilly, looks to get the cross in. Dorgu, 2-0! Oh, Matheus Cunha, it's fantastic! He works his socks off, he drills a brilliant cross in, and Patrick Dorgu, arriving in the penalty area, smashes home for his second of the season. Absolutely brilliant at the Stretford end, and Matt.
So these are games across weekend in Europe. At those smart time in tea. They only say Eben Aben, okay, Eben Aben. Now, former president of Ghana Football Association, Kwesinya Tichi, opening no kasa. Na asana wakano emu odu. Once 31st January abato na ebaso. Impemfa odo num na omo contest nyina eye. But baako ma oye too popular. Na popular na oye no. Anya say ye ton na koto obi da bi. Eye edumadene. Ye ka so we popular. Eye edumadene na ma nipa ne popular. ene tima wo manipa enipa wo hie no ene sede okuma nipa eni ti ono die ohu se Ken Ohene Agyapong ene that person na ni mu oduwa MPP for CIN for 31st January e was semoto abadema Ken Ohene Agyapong because of the proven track record say he created jobs. Ken Ohene Agyapong is popular because of job creation and the youth of this country no ade here is see we abramu see no e adwuma sem and is the only person the ordinary youth on the streets they be and we say he's the only person who to change your lives. That is Ken Ohene Agyapong. And until no question yet chi only Ken Ohene Agyapong chi because of na kuko dro ene nipa here no ene adwuma sem na ya na bete say ye mo bi akonya wo force dabi opa akonya wo first say we hu adwuma yentie former president question yet chi.
The most marketed amongst the 5 aspirants is no less a person than Kennedy Ohene Agyapong. He's more popular than all of them. That's my first response. My second response is that the history that is quoted or referred to as the basis for that argument is a bit flawed. Because all those who were given the chances to go second or third times were given the chances on account of their sterling performances. It is not automatic that when you contest an election, you are given a second chance. Your second chance is dependent on your performance on the first occasion. The most marketed amongst the 5 aspirants is no less a person than Kennedy Ohene Agyapong. He's more popular than all of them. That's my first.
All right. Oya question yan tichi nyak mo sta no pay. Baby I will be an ka ho. Now your MPP delegate nyagide na kitemu. Because the victory na eba no e mo de na che say e so massive say nipa da sani ntumi nya ho he anapen be sia na madas so ye parts of the show here from we see and ye try ba ye nua ba CJ Winters